Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CM Trading. And today is May 31st, 2024, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching Big Tech take a hit and extends its losses even further. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So we start out today at 11 a.m. South African time out of the European Union. We have a CPI flash estimates coming out. And then at 2:30 South African time out of the United States, we have a core PCE price index coming out. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the British pound slides versus the US dollar and jumping into the indices. The Dow Jones pretty much unchanged, while the NASDAQ takes a bit of a slide. And as we look at commodities, gold remain unchanged, but natural gas and oil slide even lower. Now looking at the stocks, the biggest losers were Microsoft and Nvidia, generally known as the strongest stocks. Interesting. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we are with the British pound, and you can see it's sliding lower. Not big, but it's sliding lower nonetheless. Okay, so keep that in mind. Most of the other pairs are really unchanged as you look across the board. In Forex, it still remains that it's not the go-to category of assets to trade just because it's not trading with tremendous volatility. However, jumping into commodities, okay, let's take a look at natural gas. Does continue to slide. This is a daily, okay, that's a second day that it continues to slide. It broke two support levels, 265 and 259. Now, this is not big increments, okay, I do accept that. But if you're trading a little bit higher, a little bit bigger, then you can take advantage of these type of trades. Now jump into crude oil, also sliding to $77 a barrel. Now this is continuing its range-bound trading. And we had a target to trade on this past week, and this is exactly what's been going on. Now, jumping into the markets, all right? Dow Jones, unchanged day to day. Really unchanged. I mean, if you take into pre-market and regular market, it pretty much is unchanged, okay? However, taking a look at the NASDAQ, it did trade lower. It broke that 18,000-ish, 600-ish level, which was supportish level. We're just trading just shy of it. This is what's disconcerting. Microsoft and Nvidia. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Look at that nosedive, 422. What I don't like about this is that it's not hitting new highs. We're stalling our trend upwards, which means that we're going to be in a range bound, okay? Or we're going to possibly break lower. I mean, we are only 6 months away from a potential elections, non-elections. I don't know what's going to happen, especially with Trump. Now that he's gone guilty, who knows? Okay, so the markets are still trying to figure themselves out right here. But this is, for one, nothing to do with Trump selling off quite clearly. Now, jumping into Nvidia as well, it did sell off quite sharply, okay, after hitting those all-time record highs. Now, it is at that second supportish level, okay? Right now, we are trading at that second supportish level where we had that second gap up. So if we do breach it, we may still go down to 1061, okay? That would be the next natural inclination. We're about $30 away from it. But remember, this thing has gone up from $200 to $1,000 over the past year. So, I mean, it's still a rocket ship. And for it to sell off, 100 points after going up, 200 points, 300 points is, it's within reason. Okay, that's basically what I'm saying to you. All right, now looking at the other stocks, JP Morgan, not moving, okay, which just reflects the Dow Jones that it's not moving further down. But if we look at the other tech stocks, Meta did trade a little bit lower, okay, did retrace somewhat. If we look at Apple, also holding itself up. So there's mixed messages here. And we are going into June, so keep that in mind. June is generally a switch off in the market where the market trades with less volatility. So keep that in mind. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, also really unchanged. Look at that. Just sideways trading, not even. Okay, just really in a very tight range. And until we break out of it with some gusto, either above 70 or below 68, I don't see us moving, anywhere. So keep that in mind. Might want to just shift your focus on the U.S. markets for now. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.